When I first started learning about cinematography, it kind of baffled me the amount of times I went to a shoot or to film a movie and finding out that sometimes the shot ideas that I had in my head I thought was going to be simple, and it turned out to be more complex than I thought it was going to be. One scene like that in particular that gives me troubles this time last year was shooting like porch scenes, scenes that take place on a porch or some kind of a doorway. I didn't quite know the capabilities and limits of my lower wattage lights when I was dealing with like ambient or bright sunlight in particular, hence this entire YouTube channel and these tests. But I've also seen many films that just let the background go dark, and sometimes the subject that's inside the house steps all the way outside of the house so they can be lit by the light that you're using to light the subject that's standing outside. So it just depends on the story. And letting the background go dark may be the route you want to go if you don't have many lights or if your lights aren't that high powered. Because one of the biggest issues I faced was like not providing enough light or not being able to get the exposure inside to the one that is to my liking. Because the outside, it's so bright trying to battle the sun. And even on an overcast day, I was surprised to see that balancing the interiors to overcast days is still pretty, overcast is still pretty bright. But I was in a rush to beat the rain. It started raining. I didn't know it was going to rain. I should have checked the damn weather app. But I was only able to get 3 lights set up for this test, which is fine because I was mainly testing how the Godox SL60W would work as a key light in an overcast situation and how my Arri 650 deals with bouncing from the ceiling to bring up exposure inside. Like I said, I was still a little surprised on how bright overcast still really is. Especially when you're trying to expose for outside and inside at the same time. Overcast days are still pretty bright. But just to up the exposure a little bit more, I added a mini panel light on the windowsill behind my subject just to pop her out of the background a little more. But yeah, overcast days when the sun is nowhere in sight are the best days to take advantage for situations like this, especially when you don't have a 600D or a 1200D or something like that in your kit. Your 120D or your Godox SL60W should do just fine. I didn't add any fill because I didn't want to lose the natural shape I was getting from my house blocking this side of my face. So I just kept it how it was. And back here on my neck, it looks like I'm getting some kick from the natural ambience. And the only other lights I used was, like I said, the Arri 650 for bringing up the ambience in the house and a small panel just edging my subject at the door. That's really all I wanted to share. I mean, there's still a lot of things that I do with this scene. I would definitely add maybe a kicker light, maybe some more. I don't know. I don't know what I would do yet, but I know just by looking at the footage that I would definitely do a little more depending on the context of the story. I like what I got, just playing around my lights, not really having any intention going into it other than just literally testing out how my light fares in different lighting situations, So that's really all I wanted to share. Learn your equipment, plan better, trust the process, and you'll get closer to the results you want. Thank you for watching. See you all in the next one.